Hey guys, it's Rav here. I'm here with a new series called Clip Analysis on Bermuda, and basically it's exactly how it sounds. I'm just going to be going over clips that I have, or potentially that you have with the new Discord I have. It'll be in the description below, or I might pin it, I don't know, but we're just going to go straight into it. Jumping straight into our first clip, we're going to be doing 1 Rex versus 2 Karks, with me playing as a Kark. Now, as you can see right here, there was a Rex that was charging toward us, and basically we kind of get up and move away, and he comes to us. One thing I want to kind of point out is he runs from like here straight at us and then kind of curves out. You don't want to do that as Rex. You want to basically always get like the maximum distance like to your prey, because right, if we kind of just like ran, if we both decide to run away here, we probably could. Like, he's not catching us if by doing this. He needs to run straight to us, which that's a bad straight line. Like, he needs to come straight to us in order to catch us, especially because I need to turn and my teammates obviously like full speed. He will get away. I'm mostly speed. I'll probably get away too though if we did run. He roars and he goes to the gore, right? And then right here I say like I'll tank. So I am willing to die to him, right? And I am standing in between us. So my teammates all the way over here. This is pretty crazy. Like, you never want to be like this far away from your teammates. I thought he would be like in this area somewhere, right? Somewhere where like if we both run at the same time, I will get hit first, and then he will go in second, and then I can do the turn fest if needed. But he's like basically abandoning me, and he does abandon me, as you'll kind of see throughout the video. That's okay if you're watching this, man. Maybe you just were new, or maybe you weren't very confident. It is okay. Like, obviously, I was willing to die for this. I would at least hope you would finish him off. Worst case scenario. So, keep going. He's eating the gore. That's fine. But you know, I'm hoping he's gonna run with me, and he stays behind over here for like pretty much the whole time we're doing this kind of like fight, like, or this clip duration. He pretty much stays over here. And you know, at that point, I'm like, oh wow, he's like actually like just standing there, and this Rex is charging me. I can't turn. Like, something to realize, guys, is Rex is pretty fast, especially like Kark. Like, I might be able to out stamina him, but he will catch up to me like at this distance. I can only go 2 ways, like, which is basically left or right, and left is death. Like, I'm not gonna outswim him, and going down here might get me injured. And you know, he could fall down and get injured too, but I just don't know what my teammate will do. He would probably leave, to be honest. But let's see. Keep the clip going. And he says like you can't tank that, and that's like one thing to kind of keep in mind, guys, is me dying is irrelevant. Like, I just want to kill this guy, and like when most people are like, okay, I'll tank it, I'll tank it. Obviously, you don't want to die. But like when most people say that, pretty much means like, hey, if we die or I die, that's fine. Like, it is what it is. But he, like, you'll see he abandons me here. And we trade hits. I have my roar going, right? I actually hit him twice here, and he only hits me once. And that's enough to basically get me to full HP. Like, you'll see as like I walk away, I'll gain a lot of HP back. Pretty much, I think I actually get my entire HP bar. And he goes into the water. Now, one thing to kind of keep in mind is I did bleed to him, and he crippled me, basically. Like, I'm not running away, but he's not healing either. So that means he's like basically 1 full bite and a half bite lower than I will be, because I'm at full HP. And if, for those of you who are like, I don't even know what to call it, like mathematicians and Bob, you'll know that I pretty much win now, because the win condition for getting like beating Rex is pretty much beating them within 1 or 2 bites, because Rex HP and Kark HP is basically the same. The only difference is the damage, and you know, roughly Rex does about anywhere between like 30, no, not 35, maybe closer to like 40 to 50% more damage than Kark. Just like throwing a number out there, but they like Rex does closer to like 550 average, like probably that guy at what the size is probably around there. I'm probably around like 330, being pretty generous there. So I don't know. I'd have to do the math directly. This is like an improv thing, but I'm not trying to ramble. Let's keep going. And you see me say, hey, he ran away, like and he's kind of like swimming here, like he definitely doesn't want to come up right then because I have my roar up still. I could heal more out of him, and you'll notice like my teammate is not making any advances to come this way. He stays in this area the whole time. So he did effectively abandon me, and this Rex is pretty much like sees that as like free game. Like he's not gonna help, and you'll see I kind of walk away because what I want to do is I want to give myself the maximum time to heal. And if like my teammate did come help, then I would be giving them as much time as I can for them to help me. Because if I'd walked back like over here, he would have caught me here much quicker than if I would have walked here. And he does walk up to me, especially because I can't run away. And my teammate, instead of going this way, right, he actually walks further over here for some reason. Not sure why he did that. It is really frustrating. Like at the time when I was like playing, I was like, what is he doing? Let's keep going. Then he goes in the water. And then right here, as a Rex player, turning your back like this, usually not a good idea because if you can't turn around, that's death. In this case, because Kark and Rex have really bad turns, this works out for him because there's a chance I might bite his tail, and then if he bites my tail or gets a body hit, he just wins. But in this case, because I bit him basically twice, or like a bite and a half, like I win because he's lower HP than I am. Let's see. And he walks into there, but he does come back for me like right here because my thing's done. And then we duke it out. And we die at the same time because I got him low when he first came at me. And then in here he says he's a Jagrex. Well, it's too late now, and that's fine. But I do end up beating him 1v1. I take that as a win because I think this guy was like, I want to say he's like 1.4 is what he's saying global after, and I was like much smaller. I think I was around like 1.0, 1.1. That's a W in my book, but yeah, as you can see, let me go back a little bit. Just a little bit. Of course. As you can see, my teammate still is over here. Remember he fell in the water earlier and he didn't walk over here. He went like this or like this. That's crazy, but we're going to go on to the next clip now. This is Sais versus Rexes. We're just going to play the video. Something to keep in mind, when facing Saichanias as Rexes or any like large kind of carnivore even, and maybe like even a Pado, you really do not want to fight them like on hills. Like Saichania is very good on hills because if you go downhill and you're injured, they can catch up to you because if they have sure-footed, they're actually pretty fast going down. And then if you're going uphill, if they cripple you, you're gonna be so slow going uphill, even with strong legs, that you're gonna get run down. And especially if they have Oris, like it's over. But you'll see that's not what they do here. And you'll actually see me like gain a lot of speed as I'm running down. And that's like 3-3, and you know. Now, for the veteran Bob players, you'll notice none of these Rexes are particularly very fast in the water. So I know, right, And these guys know that once we're in the water, we can kill these guys pretty easily if we can catch them. And we do catch this white one right here, like as you'll see in here in a sec. Like these guys obviously do not have that much aqua. I'm guessing this guy, the reason he was trying to get like in over here was just trying to like walk away, but it was just too late. Like we were already on top of him. And like before I kind of continue the clip, even though there's not much left. So when it comes to Rex and Saichania in particular in the water, Rex does a lot of damage. Rex is doing like close to like 700, 800 damage, even more if they're big, right, growth wise, or have more inherits. And Saichania does about like what Rex normally does, so probably anywhere between 500 and 550 damage. And so like when you're in the water, you have to be careful because Rex is just like very, very powerful. And this is where like reflect comes in handy, especially now that Sai can reflect in the water. You know, I'm pretty lethal. Like he actually bites into my shield. It's pretty rare. You know, Saichania reflect is like a gamble. But he hits me once, I hit him with my tail the rest of the time, and that's an easy dub right there. Like there's just not much that can be done there on the Rex side. If you are a Rex trying to escape from Saichania, you better have aqua if you're gonna go in the water. Otherwise, just go on land and walk away. Honestly, I think even if all like the three of us were running down that hill, as long as they avoid us, they could have gotten away. Because these guys obviously were not aqua Rexes, and we actually almost catch up to the rest of like this Rex group, especially this purple one. Like we swam all the way to the other side, and we basically almost caught this guy, and I think this one too, but they got away. That's fine. For the last video, we're going to be going over 2 Patos. I think one's a Bronto, actually, and 3 Rexes. I can hear the audio, but just in case, I turn it off because there are people talking with me. And kind of the first thing you see us do is we kind of spread out. And when you're facing like an Apato group or a Bronto, whatever you want to call it, like you want to get on their weak sides. So with Apato, right, it's their front because their neck is pretty open and you can avoid their stomp usually pretty easily. Bronto's a little harder because it's fast and it has basically 360 protection, although its stomp and neck are kind of more susceptible rather than its tail. And you see, sorry I coughed, and you see Hex goes in front here and me and Silverwing are over here. I should like really be over here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We're trolling by both going this way. One of us should have gone like right in this area. That way like he's kind of forced to either whip us or face Hex. And you see he does go toward Hex. And Hex gets a good hit off. Now one thing like to kind of note here is his stomp is really quick. He very obviously has Earthbreaker. I go in here because the delay between like getting up and stomping is still pretty good like to go in at, because he can't whip when he does this. He's trading the tail damage for the stomp. And his friend, yeah, he is a Bronto, by the way. You can tell because of the little thingies. But he does try and like stop me, and he does whip me off him eventually. And I try and like get as low as I can, trying to avoid what I can do it. And I get whipped away. I get hit for a lot of damage. You know, I get to half HP. Silverwing hasn't been hit yet, and Hex is doing really good up front here. So this is where things are really bad. If you take a stomp from a Pato, like at pretty much any size, like you're screwed. Like you're taking a lot of injury no matter how much strong bones you have, and you're probably going to take anywhere between like 800 and 1200 damage. That's a lot, especially for Rex. Rex is 1700 HP at 1.0 like base, so you know we're all around like, I think we're like 1.5 plus, most of us. I think Hex is like bigger, but you know we definitely like, that hurts. And then at that point, me and Silver like are forced to rush in, but I'm like super far back because I got whipped away and obviously I have low HP. And I was not thinking Hex would get hit by that. That was like the last thing I thought would happen. But I do try and like come up along with Silverwing, and we kind of do our best. If he gets hit for a second time, like you see, like his health bar went way down, and me and Silver just gonna like the only way to save him, like possibly, is to rush this Apado, which we do try and do. You know, that last hit was enough to finish him, and at the very least, we do end up killing this Apado. It does suck that he died though to do that, and I think we ended up letting that guy go. I think, and we we got killed by Moses because we were messing around too much. But that's the last clip of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more of this, let me know. I think I might make a Discord soon where you guys can, or put your clips in, and then I can just go over it like week by week. I think this is something I want to do at least like once a week maybe, but we'll see.